Dear Mr. Vice President Ջեյդի Վենսին, your visit to our region has inspired top and sincere expectations in Armenia. Our people welcome the efforts of President Donald Trump and your personal commitment to advancing peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yet, history teaches us an important lesson. As President Franklin D. Roosevelt warned, peace cannot endure unless it is built on justice. A peace that does not protect people's rights is only a pause between the next conflict. Your speech at Munich Security Conference resonated deeply around the world. By emphasizing values, human rights, and democratic legitimacy, you reminded us that lasting stability is impossible without moral foundations, without values. Unfortunately, the very concerns you raised remain highly relevant to the situation between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Today, the peace process is increasingly perceived not as a path toward reconciliation, but as a tool of pressure against Armenia. Armenians have received life sentences simply for defending their rights in Nagorno-Karabakh, the ancestral homeland of a Christian population that lived there for centuries before being displaced after the devastating war of recent years. Meanwhile, centuries-old Armenian Christian monuments are being destroyed or desecrated, placing an entire cultural heritage at risk. Such actions undermine trust and make genuine reconciliation far more difficult. Despite international mediation and Armenia's stated readiness to move forward with border delimitation, Azerbaijani forces continue to hold territories internationally recognized as Armenian. President Aliyev is not rushing to sign a peace agreement. Instead, he is putting forward new unacceptable preconditions, demanding constitutional changes, interfering in Armenia's internal affairs, calling the transit route proposed by President Trump trip an exterritorial corridor, and referring to Armenia as a Western Azerbaijan. Such language signals territorial claims. It is the rhetoric of war, not peace. For peace to survive, it must be fair. Without justice, stability becomes fragile. At the same time, Armenian society is increasingly concerned about the strength of democratic institutions at home. Reports of pressure against religious figures, opposition voices, and civil society risk weakening public trust. When democracy is questioned, the legitimacy required to sustain a dignified peace is also placed at risk. The Armenian people, therefore, look to principled leadership from the United States. We hope that the values you articulated so clearly, human dignity, democratic legitimacy, and accountability, will be consistently upheld in addressing both Armenia and Azerbaijan. Concrete steps could immediately strengthen confidence in the peace process: the release of prisoners, the withdrawal from occupied territories, and the signing of a peace agreement without humiliating preconditions. These actions would signal that peace is not merely declared, but truly pursued. Armenia believes in a future where peace is not temporary but lasting, not imposed but just. We sincerely hope that your engagement will help turn this vision into reality. Thank you and welcome to Armenia.